The Nike Blazer Mid 77 Vintage has quickly become one of the most popular sneakers out there over the last couple of years. They've been releasing a ton of dope colorways like this blue one, like this orange one, which will be reviewed on my second channel, Sneaker Talk 365. I'll leave it linked down below. And when it comes to spring and summer, or mainly spring, these are okay. You know, it's a cooler month, it's a cooler time of the year, but when it comes to summer, that's when things start to heat up, man. A lot of people tend to gravitate away from the mid tops and the high top sneakers. They put away the Jordan 1 highs, they put away the Air Force 1 highs and mids, all that stuff, and they switch in to some low tops. So let's put away the mid tops just this second, shake up the box a little bit, and voila, we now have the low top version here for today's review. Voila, here we have it, the Nike Blazer Low 77 Vintage. This shoe right here, I think, will be one of the most popular sneakers this summer. When most people think of low top Nike sneakers, or at least low top sneakers with the swoosh on them, they automatically gravitate towards the Air Force 1 Low and the Air Jordan 1 Low. Both great options, honestly. If you are considering getting any low top sneaker this summer, those are probably two I would recommend. But this sneaker right here, the Blazer Low 77, is something you might want to put on your radar. So this particular release I have right here is a little more special compared to the typical ones available right now on Nike's website. So if you want to cop this pair in particular, I'll leave eBay links down below. And if not, maybe like StockX or something like that, because these are now sold out. This bolt, this Thunderbolt or split swoosh as StockX labeled it, this is still available in women's or GS sizing. So if you are a smaller footer or a girl, then you can easily still cop a size for you. Now, the retail price for the Blazer Low is $90 US or 120 Canadian. That's the exact same price point as the Air Jordan 1 Low. So if you were considering one versus the other, the price is literally the exact same. So it comes down to what kind of shoe fits more of your style more, or what kind of shoe is more accessible to you. With that said, the Blazer Low 77 Vintage is a really good low top adaptation of the mid top or high top version. I really don't think they have a Blazer high, it's just like mid or low. But yeah, when it comes to the shape of the sneaker and the styling of it and everything, it's all pretty much identical. It just comes in a low top silhouette. So if you wanted something that's easier to slip onto your feet during the summer months, maybe you wanted something that isn't going to be, you know, as hot, as kind of restricting as the mid-top Blazer, the low tops definitely allow you to feel more free and more flexible. So when it comes to the Blazer Low, you're gonna typically find two different materials for the upper of the shoe. This particular pair uses a synthetic leather upper. It's not real leather, especially at that low price point, and it has this tumbled texture all around. This white tumbled leather looks really dope, it looks great, and honestly I don't think it's going to be too hard to keep clean. Now, besides that white tumbled synthetic leather on the upper of the shoe, you also have small hits of it around the toe box right here, and this actually is an extra layer on top of the original like leather of the shoe. It's called a mud guard, and it's going to help make the sneaker a little more durable. And then you also have some more on the toe box as well. Some people aren't going to like the way the toe box is shaped, but it is pretty much identical to the high top. So if you had any problems with the high tops, the same problems will probably carry over to the low tops. And if you like the high tops, you're probably gonna like the low tops. Now, this is my very first pair of Blazer Lows ever. I've never really given it the time of day. I've never really given it a shot because I'm typically a guy who does prefer Air Jordan 1 Lows and Air Force 1 Lows over the Blazers. But you know what, when I saw this colorway, that Thunderbolt swoosh on the side, I was like, yo, that's dope, that's unique, take my money, Nike. Now, when it comes to other Blazer Lows, you might be able to find them with a smooth leather upper instead, and oftentimes, like they do with the high top, a lot of the mid tops or high tops, they have suede on the extra mudguard panel right here. On the particular low top we have right here today, it uses that faux leather instead, so it's double leather. Now let's get back to the swoosh. The swoosh is where this sneaker really pops. It is an aquamarine color, and Nike labeled it as a Thunderbolt swoosh, which is really cool. You don't see Nike do this very often with the swoosh. It's very rare. They do playful, fun things like this where it looks still good. You can still tell like it's a Nike swoosh. The aquamarine color also continues to the back of the shoe with the booty as well, where it has that tumbled faux leather, and it has that Nike text in this kind of like lime green font. It definitely does stick out. From far away, these might look black, but once you get up close and actually see these with like actual lighting and you have decent lighting to look at the shoe, it is an aquamarine color and not a black. Now, there are no other different colorways for this particular version of the Blazer Low with the Thunderbolt, but Nike might drop a couple more this summer. So if they do, I'll let you guys know on the channel. Going down the center of the shoe, these do come with white shoelaces, your typical white flat laces that you've seen time and time again on other Nike Blazers and on other Nike sneakers. If you wanted to swap in some colorful laces into these, you probably could maybe match the aquamarine or match the lime green. But honestly, the way the Blazers like look on feet, I prefer to have this white clean canvas look. This is all white going on. You also have a white mesh tongue going down the center of the shoe. Right here you can see, and then you also have this extra 2021 branding. This is the kind of branding that is actually seen a little bit throughout the shoe. So first of all, you do see it on the tongue right here where it says 2021, like the year I guess it's being pushed out. And then you also see that on the laces. So on one of the aglets of the laces, it has a small Nike swoosh, and then on the other aglet it says 20/21. One note I want to make about this white mesh tongue is that it also has a slight tint of orange to it. It's not exactly the same shade of white when you look at the leather upper on the shoe. If you look at the inside of the tongue, you can see there's like a bit of this orangey kind of lingering foam on the inside, that natural foam color that Nike has. Now, one thing to note, the Blazer Low typically doesn't have this kind of tongue. I believe it usually has like a Nike branded tongue like this instead of this vertical kind of logo they opted for on this pair. Next up, let's take a look at the midsole. Now, my first impression of this was that it was a white midsole, but actually when you get it up close and really look at it, it's kind of a shade creamier than the white leather upper on the shoe. So the color isn't exactly the same up top, but it isn't like in a negative kind of way. It looks fine even though it's not a pure white midsole. And then taking a look at the outsole, you have that lime green outsole which matches the subtle green accents on the shoe. And then taking a look at the insole, you have a black insole with that lime green Nike swoosh. Now, before buying these sneakers, I was definitely a kind of guy that was like mid Blazers over any kind of other Blazers out there. But after trying these out on feet, seeing how comfortable they kind of actually were compared to some other shoes out there, I gotta say I'm definitely more open to copping some other Blazer Lows in the future. With that said, in terms of sizing, I would recommend going your true size. I'm typically a size 10 in most of my Nikes and Jordans. Grab a size 10 for these and they fit perfectly. However, if you are looking for Air Force One lows, you probably know you want to go half a size down in that silhouette. So just do keep that in mind. Now, in terms of how these feel on feet, I gotta say they're pretty comfortable. For an all white leather sneaker, you're really not expecting too much comfort, but for daily use, just for, you know, getting what you got to get done, these will do just fine. These are a solid 6.5 out of 10. The comfort feels exactly like the mid tops, except there's no extra padding that hugs or touches your ankle as you wear them. You do feel a little less restricted because there is no ankle support on this shoe, but yeah, when it comes to summertime, I don't mind it, and these will look really good with shorts. Again, if you guys like the Blazer Low or want to check out what colorways and sizes are available, I'll leave them linked down below. But if you did make it to the end, comment down below what you think about the Nike Blazer Low 77 vintage and how does it stack up for you in comparison to the mids. Honestly, I still think I'm more of a mid-top kind of guy, but I definitely am happy I gave the lows a try, and I'll probably be wearing these more over the summer months. With that said, lots of reviews on the way, including my review of the mids very soon, and I actually have the review for these on my other channel, Sneaker Talk 365, on the way, so subscribe over on there for a lot more sneaker reviews as well. With that said, I got my top 10 sneakers of the summer coming up, including top 10 white shoes, and a whole bunch more lined up, so feel free to subscribe if you guys want to see those videos. And if you haven't yet seen my full sneaker collection, I'll leave it linked down below or as a card pop up right now, so check it out, see all the crazy shoes and GR shoes I have that you might want to cop as well. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.